Joining us now is Gilman Louie, CEO of Spectrum Holobyte, and next to Gilman, Wild Bill Steely, president and co-founder of Microprose. Jan?
Gilman, there's lots of different flight simulators out nowadays. Now, you've got one called Falcon AT. Tell us what's special about that.
Well, Falcon is a simulation of an F-16 fighter aircraft. And what's special about this particular program is we use realistic heads-up displays, realistic radars, and flight models. In fact, F-16 Falcon is the first program that's actually being used by the Air Force to train pilots.
Heads-up display means what?
Heads-up displays is a piece of glass that's in front of the pilot that tells him all the information he needs to know while looking out of the airplane.
All right, Gilman, I think another thing unique about Falcon AT is the fact that you can actually have two different players on two different computers having a dogfight with each other, right?
Yes, in fact, going head-to-head with a real person we find much more thrilling than just going against a computer.
Okay, can you show us how we would do that? And I can recruit Jan here. You want to go in the Air Force, Jan?
Sure.
We're ready to go.
All right, show us how it would
We're in the airplane right now, and Jan has me locked up on her radar.
Locked up. Here we go.
So my job is to try to get out of the way as fast as I possibly can.
Ooh. Okay, take that. You dirtbag, you.
All right, tell us what's happening for we novices here.
Right now, she has me under a complete radar lock, and she just fired a missile that hit me right in the rear of my plane, and I'm in flames, and I'm heading down.
There you go.
And I am shot out of the sky.
Okay, I take it you were polite and gentlemanly there, that you could really beat her if you wanted to.
Actually, she's not bad of a pilot herself.
All right, Gilman, I want to ask you to reboot there and get into your single-player mode so you can give us another demo in just a moment. While you're doing that, Bill, I want to talk to you. As we can tell by your uniform, you're the real thing here. I mean, you were Air Force Academy and flight instructor and jet fighter pilot and so on. How good is this simulation stuff? How much of the experience of really flying can it give you?
Well, I think it was interesting. Gilman said that he was the first one to train real Air Force pilots. He's the first one to get paid for it. Back in the middle 70s, I started flying for the Pennsylvania National Guard. And in 1982, when we built our first product, in fact, Microprose was the first ones to do real combat flying simulation. Only the Microsoft product was out before ours. We did a product called Hellcat Ace. And Hellcat Ace was used by my Air National Guard unit to teach guys how to strafe. And that was back in 1982. But what it is, we teach situation awareness. You got to understand all the factors that go along with flying an airplane. How to make decisions with limited information, and know when to run and when to hide.
And simulators
can do that.
Okay, let's get back to you, Gilman, and show us how you would actually use this in the single-player mode.
Well, I'm going to start off on the runway. My aircraft is fueled and ready to go. I'm going to turn on my engines, light my afterburners, take off my brakes, and I'm going to start taxiing down the runway. My job today is to find MiGs and shoot them down. I'm up, and I'm going to go right into the cockpit.
And just tell us what you're seeing there.
Right now, I just crashed into the runway. Speed picking up.
All right, that's why we have a real pilot here, Gilman, if you forgive me.
Look, I think these are simulations, right?
That's what it is. They are simulations, and if you do the wrong thing,
the wrong thing happens.
That's right.
All right, I want to ask you if you can get out of that for a moment, because I want Bill to give us a chance to show F-15 Strike Eagle. What's special about that? How do you position that as one of the flight simulators?
Well, it was the original combat flight simulator. The original version that sold 1 million copies worldwide. It gave an opportunity for a lot of people to sell flight